Alright Raiders, buckle up. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic and long-standing champs in Raid, Shadow Legends. She's creepy, she's classy, and she still dominates fights years after release. You already know who I'm talking about, the absolute queen of chaos, the one and only Madame Serris. And yeah, even if you've been around Teleria for a while, she's still that one epic champ who can single-handedly flip an entire fight, especially in the arena. So, whether you just pulled her, or you're still waiting for your first Void Shard miracle, let's break down exactly why this witch refuses to go out of meta. Madame Serris is a Void Affinity epic from the Dark Elves faction, which already sounds like trouble. She first dropped way back during Halloween 2019, and here we are in 2025, still talking about her like she's fresh off the summon portal, and for good reason. She's a full-on control specialist. What makes her so good isn't raw damage, it's how she absolutely humiliates the enemy team before your nuker even takes a turn. Picture this. The fight starts, enemy Arbiter buffs her whole team, gold and sparkles everywhere. Then Serris just steps in, raises a hand, and rips every single buff right off them. And to make it worse, she throws back a 60% decreased defense and 50% decreased attack in one move. That's her signature skill, Midnight Ritual, and trust me, when it lands, it's game-changing. That combo alone made her a legend in Arena. You don't bring Madame Serris for damage, you bring her for destruction by proxy. She sets up your entire team for a guaranteed wipe. But that's not all she does. Her Tricks and Treats skill can steal buffs from every enemy, then grant your team block debuffs for 2 turns if she nabs anything. And if she does, it also throws True Fear back at your opponents. Like, imagine you're buffing up, feeling confident, and suddenly you can't even take your turn because Serris made you panic. That's the kind of control she brings. It's psychological warfare in purple high heels. Then there's her passive, Witch's Grace. At the start of every turn, she puts up a shield equal to 10% of her max HP, and if anyone dares to hit her while that shield's up, she's got a chance to drop fear right back. So even when she's being targeted, she's still screwing with the enemy team's tempo. Now, her A1 might look simple at first, just a single target hit with a chance to apply fear. But remember, that chance jumps up when enemies already have debuffs. And guess what? They always have debuffs when Serris is on the field. So where does she shine the most? Easy. Arena, both offense and defense. Serris is built to punish teams that rely on buffs. You see Arbiter, Sci-Fi, Duchess, you just smile because you know exactly what's about to happen. She walks in, strips them clean, drops debuffs, and your nuker cleans house. It's poetic, but she's not just an arena toy. You can use her in dungeons, campaign, faction wars, anywhere you need reliable debuffs on multiple enemies. She's especially fun in faction wars because the Dark Elves lineup isn't exactly filled with support champs, and she brings everything. Control, debuffs, even survivability. Now, here's the part that matters most. How to build her. Serris lives and dies by her accuracy. If she can't land those debuffs, she's useless. So first rule, load her up with accuracy and speed. You want her going before your damage dealers, and you want every skill to stick. Most players run her with speed sets, accuracy sets, or perception if you're running forge gear. In terms of stats, think 280 plus speed if you can manage it, and enough accuracy to match whatever content you're targeting. For Arena, shoot for 350 plus. She doesn't need crit rate or attack, she's not your nuker, so go full support mode. For Masteries, the support tree and accuracy tree are your go-tos. Take Eagle Eye for the accuracy boost, maybe a few HP nodes to make her tankier. You can even give her some resist if you're putting her in defense teams so she can shrug off enemy debuffs. Now let's be real, Serris isn't perfect. If you can't hit the speed and accuracy benchmarks, she's gonna flop. You'll watch her cast Midnight Ritual and nothing happens. Buffs stay, debuffs fail, and your team gets clapped. That's why she shines most for players who can build her properly. But even mid-game players can make her work with smart team synergy. Pair her with someone like Arbiter, Lanakis, or Prince Kamar, and you've got a setup that still melts enemies in seconds. The funny thing is, even though she's an epic, she plays like a legendary. A lot of endgame players still use her because she's just that reliable. She's also Void, which means no weak hits, no RNG. Every skill hits clean. That's part of why she's been relevant for literal years, and honestly, she still looks insane. One of the best designed champions in the game, hands down. So if you pull Madame Serris, congratulations. You just got yourself one of the best control epics in Raid, Shadow Legends. Build her fast, build her accurate, and watch entire teams crumble. Whether you're in Arena, clearing dungeons, or just flexing in faction wars, Serris will keep proving why she's the real queen of debuffs. If you enjoyed this champion spotlight, drop a like. Sub for more Raid content, and tell me in the comments how you're running your Serris. I want to see those builds. Alright, that's it for today, Raiders. Good luck with your pulls, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.